All right, let's talk about dating. It's something almost everyone has an opinion about, and yet it feels more complicated than ever before. These days, it feels like we need a map, a compass, and maybe even a search party just to figure it out. The rules keep changing, and sometimes it seems like nobody really knows what's going on. There's so much noise out there, isn't there? You hear one thing on a podcast, another from your best friend, and something totally different from that one aunt who is always trying to set you up. Everyone has advice, but none of it seems to match up. It's a whirlwind of advice, and honestly, it's confusing. Sometimes it feels like the more you listen, the less you actually know. Women are wondering what men want, and men are just as puzzled about what women are looking for. It's like everyone's guessing, but nobody has the answer. It's almost as if everyone is speaking a different language, but we're all trying to have the same conversation about love and connection. The messages get mixed up and misunderstandings are everywhere. People go on dates, and it's like they're following a script they think the other person wants to hear. Instead of being real, they're performing, hoping to get it right. We're all so busy trying to guess what the other person wants that we forget to just show them who we are. We try on different versions of ourselves, hoping one will be the perfect fit. But here's the thing. Being lost is the first step to finding your way. Sometimes you have to wander a little before you discover what truly matters to you and to someone else. Let's talk about respect. It's the foundation of any good relationship, right? Whether it's with a friend, a family member, or a partner. But it feels like the level of respect between men and women has taken a nosedive. It's not just one-sided either. Both sides feel misunderstood and disrespected. When one group feels attacked and the other feels unheard, you get what I call a respect gap. It's this massive canyon between us where understanding and empathy should be. We're still holding on to some old stereotypes and fears, and it's getting in the way of seeing the person right in front of us. Respect isn't about agreeing on everything. It's about valuing the other person's humanity, even when you see things differently. If you feel like dating is harder now than it was for your parents, you're not wrong. The landscape of romance has changed dramatically in just a generation or two, and the rules are nothing like they used to be. It is absolutely 100% harder. Dating apps were supposed to make it easier to meet people, right? The promise was that technology would bring us closer together, opening up a world of possibilities at our fingertips. And in some ways, they have. But they've also turned dating into something like online shopping, where people are reduced to profiles and pictures, and connections can feel shallow or transactional. You're just swiping through faces, making snap judgments based on a few pictures and a clever bio. This endless swiping has created a culture of disposability, where it's easy to forget there's a real person behind every profile. If a date isn't perfect, it's easy to think, well, there are a million other people on this app. This leads to things like ghosting, where someone just disappears without a word, leaving conversations and connections unfinished. It's become so common, but it's incredibly hurtful. It leaves the other person wondering what they did wrong, and it chips away at their confidence. Over time, this cycle of hope and disappointment can make dating feel exhausting and even lonely. The game has become so hard that many people have decided to stop playing. For some, taking a break from dating apps is the only way to protect their mental health and rediscover what real connection feels like. So, after all that, what do men actually want? If you strip away all the noise and the stereotypes, it's surprisingly simple. And honestly, it's probably not what you think. It's not about having a perfect body or being a gourmet chef or agreeing with everything he says. The number one thing that comes up again and again is kindness. A man wants a partner who is kind to him, kind to others, and kind to herself. Another huge thing is respect. Men want a woman who respects their opinions, even if she disagrees. They want someone who respects their goals and ambitions. who cheers them on instead of tearing them down. A man isn't looking for a project or a follower. He's looking for a partner, someone to walk alongside him, not behind him. We need to have a serious talk about perfection. Because honestly, this idea that you have to be perfect to be loved is causing so much unhappiness. Social media is a big part of the problem. You scroll through your feed and see all these perfect-looking people with their perfect-looking lives and their perfect-looking relationships. It's easy to look at that and think, I could never compete with that. But here's the secret, it's not real. Real men are not looking for a perfect woman. They are looking for a real woman. Vulnerability is not a weakness, it's a strength. A man who is worth your time will be drawn to your authenticity, not your perfection. When you really get down to it, what men are searching for is a partner. The word itself is so important. A partner isn't just a girlfriend or a date. A partner is a teammate. It's someone who is on your side, who has your back, no matter what. Men are looking for a woman who is a reliable, supportive partner. This means being a good communicator. And communication is a two-way street. It's not just about talking, it's about listening. It's about being able to have tough conversations without yelling or shutting down. So after all this talk about gaps and ghosting and confusion, it might feel a little bleak. But I'm an optimist. I believe that despite the challenges, there is a silver lining. We are more connected than ever before, and that connection can be a powerful tool for building meaningful relationships. I believe we can find our way back to each other. It's about taking small steps towards understanding and compassion. It's not about going back to the old days, but about moving forward into a new era of dating, one that's built on a better foundation, a foundation that values honesty and openness. And that foundation has to be empathy. Empathy allows us to connect on a deeper level. It's the simple act of trying to see the world from the other person's perspective, to walk a mile in their shoes, to understand that men are not a monolith, and women are not a monolith. Each person is unique with their own story. We are all just individuals, trying our best to find connection in a confusing world. And that's okay. In the end, what men really want in modern women is the same thing that women really want in modern men: a kind, respectful, and authentic partner. Love hasn't disappeared. It's just evolved. Connection is still possible. We just need to be open to it.